Ever look at a house and wonder why its roof looks so weird? That strange shape might just save your home in the next big storm. That roof above your head isn't just there to look pretty. It's telling a story, fighting against weather, and sometimes making the difference between your house standing or falling when disaster hits. I'm about to show you 16 different roof styles you'll see all over America and around the world. You'll discover which ones handle hurricanes best, which ones give you the most living space, and which ones could save you money on your energy bills. By the end of the next 12 minutes, you'll never look at roofs the same way again. You'll spot these styles everywhere you go and understand exactly why they exist. Ready to become a roof expert? Let's get started. The gable roof. The gable roof is what every kid draws when sketching a house. Two sloping sides meet at a ridge to form that classic triangle shape. It's America's most common roof style because it's super simple to build and doesn't cost much. You see them everywhere because they work. They shed water and snow really well. That triangle shape doesn't let anything sit up there for long. There are actually a few different types. Front gables face the street. Side gables run parallel to it. Cross gables add some extra style with sections that cross each other. Drive down any street and you'll probably spot all three. Here's the problem though. Gable roofs don't handle high winds very well. Those triangle ends act like sails in a hurricane. If you live in Florida or along the Gulf Coast, you might want something stronger. 2. Hip roof. Hip roofs slope inward on all four sides. They look kind of like a pyramid with the top chopped off. There aren't any flat triangle ends like with gable roofs. Think about holding a piece of paper in front of a fan. Hold it flat and it catches all that air. Point just the corner toward the fan and it cuts right through. That's the difference between a gable and a hip roof in high winds. Insurance companies love hip roofs in hurricane areas. Some even give discounts if you have one. But there's a catch. They cost more to build. You need more materials and the construction is trickier. 3. Flat roof. Flat roofs aren't actually flat. They have a slight tilt, usually just 1 to 2 degrees. Just enough so water runs off instead of making puddles. You see them on modern-looking homes and most commercial buildings. The cool thing about flat roofs? You can use that space. Rooftop garden? Sure. Outdoor hangout spot? Absolutely. Perfect place for solar panels? You bet. They work great in dry places like Arizona or New Mexico. Not so great where it rains or snows a lot. You'll spend more time maintaining a flat roof in those areas. The shed roof. The shed roof is just one sloping surface. It's basically half a gable roof. Super simple. Architects love shed roofs these days because they look modern and clean. They also drain water really well, and you can position them perfectly for solar panels. They used to be just for additions and actual sheds. Now designers stack them at different heights to create interesting looks and dramatic ceiling heights inside. The downside, in snowy places all that snow slides off in one direction. Better not park your car there in winter. 5. Mansard roof. The mansard roof looks fancy because it is fancy. It got its name from a French architect named François Mansard. The roof has a double slope on all four sides. The bottom part is super steep, almost like a wall. The top part is so flat you can barely see it from the street. Here's a fun fact. This design was actually a clever tax dodge. In old Paris, they taxed buildings based on how many floors they had below the roofline. The mansard created an entire extra floor that technically counted as roof space instead of another floor. Smart, right? Today, mansard roofs add instant class to any building. You'll often see windows poking out from the steep lower sections. Those are called dormers, and they bring light into the attic space. The downside? All those angles and dormers make construction expensive and create more places where leaks can happen. So gambrel roof, ever seen a classic red barn? That's a gambrel roof. It has 2 different slopes on each side, but unlike the mansard, it only has 2 sides total instead of 4. The gambrel is all about using space efficiently. The steep lower sides give you plenty of headroom inside, while the flatter top parts keep the overall height reasonable. Dutch colonists brought this design to America when building materials were expensive, but land was cheap. It was a smart way to get more interior space without using more materials. Today, gambrel roofs add instant farmhouse charm to any home. But like gable roofs, they don't handle high winds very well without proper bracing. 7. Saltbox roof. The saltbox roof tells a story of early American cleverness. From the front, it looks like a normal gable roof, but the back slope extends much further down, often all the way to the first floor. The shape resembles the wooden boxes that stored salt in colonial kitchens. That's where the name comes from. This weird asymmetrical design wasn't about looks, it was about avoiding taxes. Colonial homes were sometimes taxed based on the number of stories at the front. By extending the rear roof downward, homeowners could add space while keeping a one-story facade. You'll find most saltbox homes in New England. That long slope typically faces north, blocking harsh winter winds while creating extra indoor space. The problem? Those slanted ceilings on one side make arranging furniture tricky. 8. Bonnet roof. The bonnet roof looks like someone took a hip roof and pulled the edges out like the brim of a hat. The top parts are steep and the bottom parts extend outward at a gentler angle. This style came from French colonial architecture and caught on in humid, rainy places like Louisiana. Those extended edges create a built-in porch covering that shields walls from rain and provides shade. In hot, wet climates, bonnet roofs are super practical. The extended edges keep rain away from the foundation and block direct sunlight from hitting windows, helping keep the house cooler naturally. The trade-off is that those changing angles create more spots where leaks can develop and require more skilled construction. 9. Dutch gable roof. Can't decide between a hip roof and a gable roof? The Dutch gable gives you both. It's basically a hip roof with a small gable section at the peak. This combo offers real benefits. The hip structure provides wind resistance, while the gable part creates space for an attic window or vent, improving airflow in the attic. Dutch gables add visual interest and a touch of European style. They're particularly common in Dutch colonial architecture, hence the name, but have spread worldwide because they're both practical and good-looking. 10. Pyramid pavilion roof. The pyramid roof is just a hip roof on a square building, with all four sides meeting at a single point instead of a ridge. They create a strong, balanced profile that stands up incredibly well to wind from any direction. You'll mostly see pyramid roofs on gazebos, pool houses, and smaller buildings, though they sometimes appear on main homes in hurricane-prone areas where their wind resistance really matters. The drawback? Limited attic space. With those steep slopes from all sides, the usable area gets smaller fast as you move upward. 11. Butterfly roof. Flip a gable roof upside down and you get a butterfly roof. Two sections that slope inward toward a central valley, creating a V shape. It's a signature look in mid-century modern architecture. Beyond just looking cool, butterfly roofs serve practical purposes. The upward angled ends allow for taller windows, bringing in more natural light. The center valley creates a perfect collection point for rainwater harvesting. The obvious challenge? Water drainage. That central valley becomes the most critical part of the roof. Any leak there goes straight into the middle of your home. In snowy areas, that valley can also collect heavy snow, requiring strong structural support. 12. Sawtooth roof. The sawtooth roof has a series of parallel ridges with vertical glass on one side, looking like the teeth of a saw from the side. This design started in factories during the Industrial Revolution, but has found new life in modern green buildings. What makes sawtooth roofs clever is how they handle light. The glass sections typically face north in the northern hemisphere, letting in tons of natural light without direct sunlight that causes glare and heat. This made them perfect for factories, where workers needed consistent lighting. Today, eco-conscious architects use sawtooth roofs to provide natural illumination that cuts down on electricity use while preventing buildings from overheating. 13. Curved barrel roof. Curved roofs break free from sharp angles, creating flowing forms ranging from subtle arcs to dramatic waves. Modern materials like metal panels have made these once exotic roof forms more accessible. A curved roof is inherently strong. An arch distributes weight more efficiently than a flat surface, allowing for wider spans without support columns inside. This creates more open interior spaces, one reason you see barrel roofs on sports arenas and public buildings. On homes, curved roofs make a bold statement while offering excellent weather resistance. Their smooth profile allows wind to flow over rather than pushing against flat surfaces. 14. Dome roof. The ultimate curved roof is the dome, a hemisphere covering a circular or polygonal base. Dome roofs have sheltered humans for thousands of years, from indigenous structures to giant cathedrals and government buildings. The dome's perfect curve creates incredible strength while using minimal materials. The reason it's been used throughout history for covering large spaces. In modern homes, dome designs have gained fans for their energy efficiency and extreme durability. Monolithic dome homes, made from concrete sprayed over inflated forms, are among the most storm-resistant structures ever built. They've survived hurricanes, tornadoes, and even fires that destroyed normal homes around them. The downside, weird interior spaces make furniture placement tricky, and the unique look isn't for everyone. 15. Jerkin head, clipped, gable roof. The jerkin head roof, also called a clipped gable or half hip, starts as a gable but has the top portions of the gable ends clipped or hipped. This creates a hybrid that handles wind better than a regular gable while keeping most of its interior space advantage. Beyond practical benefits, jerkin head roofs add character and a distinctive silhouette that's especially common on craftsman and bungalow-style homes. Those clipped corners soften the roof's appearance while adding visual interest. 16. M-shaped double gable roof. When buildings get wider, single gable or hip roofs become too tall and steep. The solution: the M-shaped roof, basically two parallel gable roofs with a valley between them. This design allows for wider buildings without excessive roof height, while creating interesting ceiling possibilities inside. The central valley needs careful design for proper drainage, especially in snowy regions where ice dams can form. You'll often spot M-shaped roofs on duplex homes, where they help visually separate the two units while maintaining a cohesive overall look. Practical considerations. No matter which roof style catches your eye, consider these practical factors before making a decision. Climate matters. In windy areas, go with hip, pyramid, or curved roofs. In snowy regions, steeper pitches prevent dangerous snow buildup. In hot, sunny areas, lighter-colored roofing materials reflect heat regardless of the shape. Maintenance requirements. Complex roofs with multiple valleys create more potential leak points. The more intersections in your roof design, the more vigilant your maintenance needs to be. Energy efficiency. Roof design affects attic temperature and overall home efficiency. Designs that allow proper ventilation and insulation will save on energy costs, no matter which style you choose. Material compatibility. Not all roofing materials work with all designs. Slate and clay tiles need stronger structural support, while metal works well on nearly any roof type. Make sure your preferred material fits your chosen design. Building codes. Local regulations might dictate minimum pitch requirements or structural specifications, especially in areas prone to extreme weather. Conclusion. The roof over your head isn't just protection. It's the result of centuries of problem solving. From tax avoidance to hurricane resistance, each design tells a story about the challenges it was created to address. Whether you prefer the simplicity of a gable, the elegance of a mansard, or the drama of a butterfly roof, understanding these designs helps you see the hidden stories in the buildings around us. Next time you're driving through a neighborhood or planning your own home, you'll see these roofs with new eyes, not just as shapes, but as solutions to specific challenges and expressions of creative design. Hit subscribe for more videos.